Friday to you. I'm so excited about this weekend because I'm going to do nothing but be lazy. And so anyway, I'm excited. I'm excited to get this video done and get ready to get on with my week. How about you?
I'm definitely excited to get the video done.
He's done sitting by me. Whatever. Okay, so your questions today, Dr. Murphy. Here's how this works, you guys. You ask the questions. I am simply the vehicle to deliver the questions to this brainiac, this brainchild, this whiz kid.
Messenger.
And he'll answer them for free using all of these things that he's learned throughout his life and all his history, blah, blah, blah. He's the greatest, isn't he? So we're grateful for his answers.
First question, please.
First question is this. Bug bites. Okay, it's summertime. You've got mosquitoes, chiggers, ticks, spiders, just about anything that has a mouth. It's going to bite you this summer. And we want to know the ones that get raised and itch. There's all kinds of things about bites out there. One is if you take your fingernail and you make an X, you just poke the bite and make an X. Does it make it stop itching? That's one. Does it make it stop itching if you put nail polish on it? And the other one was, does it stop itching if you put alcohol on it? Or last part of it, what the heck do you do if your bug bite's itching?
Okay. The answer to your first three questions is yes, yes, and yes.
It does?
Yes.
It works?
They all do.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, they do.
Do they really?
And the reason why is you're trading one stimulus, itching, pruritus, for another. An X, pain.
Yeah.
Nail polish, burn, and
alcohol.
Same thing, burn.
Burn.
It's a chemical reaction.
So
you're trading one
temporary.
stimulus. Yes.
You're gonna have to keep X in your little bump.
Yeah. Yeah. just get a big screwdriver and start going like this every 5 minutes and making the X. No,
of course
don't
he's
do
kidding.
That. Yeah.
Don't do this at home.
But the answer to those first three questions are yes, they all do work that way. And but the only thing that stops them from itching is, I love this lotion. It's been around for 20 years. Sarna, S-A-R-N-A. It's over the counter. Most pharmacies carry it. Walgreens, Walmart. It's in the over-the-counter section, in the bug and itch section. It's an anti-itch skin moisturizer, and it's probably the best.
Okay.
Sarna. Don't read the instructions. Just put it on there every time it starts itching.
Okay. All right.
I don't like the Caladryl. I don't think it works very well. It certainly doesn't work for poison ivy. You get that
pink weirdness.
Yeah, all over your body. It's crazy. Yeah. But the Sarna is actually a cool lotion. It's a skin soothing, cooling agent.
Cool.
Awesome.
All right.
I think it's the best one out there, and I haven't seen one since that's any better.
Sarna.
Okay,
Sarna for bites. And if it's a bad bite, here's the other thing. Pro tip. I like to say pro tip now. If your bite is getting bigger, or the redness around it's getting bigger, you probably need to go see somebody. Would you agree? Because it might be a spider bite.
It'll be a spider bite if it's a blister or getting deeper going into the skin.
Like burrowing? Just
because it's getting redder? No.
Okay, well then don't listen to me. I'm not a doctor.
No, you're not. Especially if it's getting deep, dark red, it's more than likely a chigger bite.
Okay, so if it's blistery, it might be a spider bite.
Big blister.
Big blister, and then what is, don't they say to put a circle around a bite if you think it's a spider bite?
No, that's, well, kind of, it's infected. I mean, they do that, and the only thing they're doing is they're measuring how rapid the infection is going.
Okay.
But ticks are a whole different story, and you have to watch those pretty close. But, you know, if you have a bite that's, size of a dime and it's red, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Especially if there's no blister. If it's a spider bite, it's got to have a blister, but it's going to be bad. Otherwise, don't worry about it.
I feel like I'm itching just talking about this. I'm like, okay. So, but if you think it's a bad bite, you should probably go to the urgent care or something.
Sure. Don't go to the emergency room.
You're going to be waiting for
They're going to charge, they're going to charge $1,500 to say, I don't know what that is.
Okay.
ER doctors are the worst dermatologists of all time.
Yeah.
I've never known an ER doctor who was any good with skin diseases.
And this is from a former ER doctor.
Well, I am an ER doctor.
So you should know. Or, well, whatever.
Well, I have incredible derm training, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I know rashes.
Okay.
But these ER doctors, they don't.
Mm-hmm. We need to get you a t-shirt made that says, I know rashes.
We ought to have a picture of all kinds of crazy rashes.
Yeah.
That we can put on our Facebook, and people can look at and like, yeah, it's my rash.
Oh, that's a really good idea. Look at him. I'm going to write that down. rash
Because we do
photos.
these, we talk about these moles and stuff. I mean, how many times have I given this lecture? Well, go to Facebook, go to our
That's
Facebook
such a
page,
good point.
and this is what you watch for with moles and rashes. This is what poison ivy looks like. We should
Yeah.
get a camera and take pictures of all these spider bites and rashes.
That's
we
such
see
a
in the
good
clinic.
idea.
This is what it is.
That's a really good idea. Okay,
Let's do it.
let's do
We're
it.
gonna do it.
I made a note.
We're gonna get a camera. We're gonna start taking pictures of all the rashes from now on, and we're gonna put it on our Facebook page.
Yeah. Cool.
Rash, disease, treatment.
Rash, disease, treatment. I like that. I'm gonna write that down. Well, which that kind of leads us into our next question is about moles.
If you say mole, I'm gonna kill you.
It's mole.
Oh my God.
Moly, moly, moly. I'm gonna chop it up and make some guacamole. I didn't write that. That was Mike Myers. So don't give me any credit for that one.
What is your question?
What is it about moles? How do you know when it's time to cut one off or do something with it?
ABCD rules. We've covered this before.
Well, we want to know about it again. We can't talk. We can't hear enough about moles, people. We need to hear more about moles.
Asymmetry, A. So if the borders are kind of smooth, but if they're kind of jagged, they're not asymmetrical, they're kind of shaped like a potato, that's a bad mole.
A potato.
Yeah. So if they're not round, but they're asymmetrical, bad.
Okay.
B's, borders. If they're smooth borders, good. Rough borders with little fingers, extensions coming out of them, bad.
Okay.
C, color. If it's all same color, good. Different shades of brown, red, white, and blue is bad.
Okay.
Now, that's our American flag. That's good. But in a mole, that's bad.
Okay.
Very, very bad. So if you have red, white, and blue in a mole, bad. Different shades of brown, bad. Now, if it's just two shades, probably okay. But if it's multiple shades of brown, that's really bad.
It's no good.
Diameter is bigger than a pencil head eraser.
Okay.
And I'm going to throw another rule in there. If it's getting bigger, have it checked out.
Okay. Now, these aren't hard and fast, right?
Yeah, actually, they are.
Oh, well, see, guys, I'm off on my game today. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about.
Actually, they are. That's what dermatologists follow. That's what all physicians follow.
Okay.
So those are the A, B, C, D, I guess, E rules. It's getting bigger.
The alphabet.
Yeah.
Okay.
I learned it
F
30
is
years.
For freaking huge. Get it off.
G is for God. I wish this video would end.
Hey, we need to have an ABCs for medicine for us. I think that'd be
We need
good.
to have an ABC for this video.
We really do. We need to get to Z. How about we do that?
How about we get another question again so I can stop this?
The next and last question for you today.
Thank God.
Now, this is from me because I just read an article about peripheral vascular disease today. And I thought, I didn't even know this was a thing. I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know it had a name. And I just thought it was interesting. And I thought, I wonder how many people don't know about this. So could you cover it? Tell us about it.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on it because it's a big subject.
Okay.
Mostly applies to diabetics and people that have that had a lot of smoking and atherosclerotic disease, hardening of the arteries in their heart. They'll have peripheral vascular disease, but you'll see their extremities, their toes, their fingers get mottled blue. They will eventually become cyanotic and they have to be amputated.
Okay.
Especially diabetics, they have what they call accelerated peripheral vascular disease, to where the diabetes causes the blood vessels to deteriorate and become diseased very quickly, and they close up and it shuts down the blood supply to the extremities. It's incredibly common, Michelle. I don't know the numbers, but I would suspect probably at least 5-6 million people in the United States easily have peripheral vascular disease. And don't
realize it?
Well, they probably realize it. They're probably trying to treat it. Not a lot of good treatment for it.
Yeah.
The best doctors can do is, like if you have peripheral vascular disease of the foot or the ankle, they can do what's called a bypass. They can actually go in and put an artificial artery in your leg. But it doesn't help the small arterioles, which are very small. They're about the size of that.
The end of the pin?
End of the pin. That's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
Well, I can't bypass that. I can't replace that.
Yeah.
So, but there is vasodilators, medicines we can give you that will open up the blood vessels. But with closing off the blood vessel, then it leads to clotting and blood clots in your toes and extremities, and
It's a
no,
mess.
it's a very bad disease.
It wrecks up your extremities.
Oh, it does. It does. It's very debilitating, very
Mhm.
crippling. But if you catch it early in the course of disease, make lifestyle changes, follow the advice of your physician, especially a cardiologist or a vascular surgeon. I mean, you can really prolong this and live a normal life. Without it, you are going to have a horrible, horrible life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's a very real thing.
Yeah.
And how long has it been around? For when it was first described? About 80 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, way longer than I've been alive.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's a true disease. It's a devastating disease, and yeah, I've seen a lot of it over the years.
Yeah. Okay.
And people can die from it,
Yeah.
and they do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, what I was reading about it, I mean, it seems like it's a pretty big deal, and it seems like I've never even, I mean, you've kind of heard that, people who are getting amputations right and left who have,
well, here's the problem. It accelerates. Okay,
Yeah.
so once you reach what's called critical stenosis, which is what that means is once 95% of the blood vessel is closed off, that's a critical stenosis, which means not enough blood can get through there
Yeah.
to supply the extremity. And that's it. You only have 5% opening what you originally had. So even at 10, 15%, you still have good flow. It's still
Yeah.
being perfused. It's still working. You're able to get by. But at 5, 10%, you don't.
Wow.
And then once that occurs, it'll shut down the blood supply to your toes. They got to get those cut off. Once you do that, right behind that,
It's
the
just
blood,
going to keep going.
it keeps going right to the central of the body. Next thing you know, you're losing your ankle,
Yeah.
losing your leg, losing this part of your leg. I mean, it accelerates. And then your life expectancy at that point in time, 2 years.
Ooh, okay, so watch out for that. How about I post a link? Or if you guys have questions, just shoot me a message about this.
Bad disease.
Bad disease. Not like we can do a whole lot for you here about it, but if you need to learn about it and understand what
I'm gonna float this out there. If you have peripheral vascular disease and you're smoking or use tobacco products, please stop. That is the #1 cause of all this. Tobacco products and diabetes.
Okay.
2 reasons. Stop. You have to.
Yeah.
If not, you're going to die.
Okay.
And that's your choice. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and tell somebody that's 75 years old they have to stop smoking. I mean, my God, you've been around the block a long time. I don't lecture people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing that a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with you, doesn't do any good.
Yeah. I had a lady tell me the other day, she said if it wasn't for alcohol and cigarettes, she'd be in jail. And I was like, that seems backwards. And she said, I'd have killed somebody by now. And I said, well, then by all means, please keep smoking and drinking. So anyway, I think that wraps up our Free Advice Friday. What do you think?
That's good.
All righty. Well, you guys have a good weekend, and we'll see you Monday.